Hey everybody, I'm very excited this morning. I went to a record store and I went on a complete crazy CD spree because I told you I was going to be buying a lot of CDs and building up the CDs, though I'm not completely done with vinyl, but largely. I picked up a lot of things today on CD that are really going to make me finished and complete in my mind and for my collection when it comes to certain artists. All right, but it remains to be seen if I'm going to be buying more stuff by some of these artists. But I got quite a few here to show. I'm going to go rather quickly. And all right, I love it. Okay, so I did a little bit of a haul today. And let me start with this. Carl Perkins, Boppin' Blue Suede Shoes. And this is it. One and done for me with Carl Perkins. Okay, this is a CD. And yeah, well, it's a CD. It says mono on it. Sun. I think we're good. I think we're good to go. There are like 25 tracks on here. Okay. Next up, Best of Sonny and Cher. The Beat Goes On. And this is all early stuff from Sonny and Cher. I remember I had this a long time ago. Long time ago. There are 21 tracks on here. Okay, let's go with The Who, a 2 CD set called The Ultimate Collection. Now, I know I'm going to be keeping some vinyl I have by The Who, and in this case, I got 2 discs. There were a lot of tracks on here, starting from I Can't Explain and going all the way to Eminence Front from the 80s. So this covers a lot of ground, this collection, but I don't know what it's going to sound like. It's a 2002 release. That's also part of this. How are some of these going to sound? Are they going to sound too loud? Is it going to be that brick wall stuff? I think it's going to be a bit of an experiment. While it's fun doing this, you're going to find out, or I'm going to find out, exactly what I'm dealing with here in the terms of sound quality, and some of them are going to really knock me out, I'm sure, and some of them are going to be like, maybe I need another one. So anyway, feel free to comment, by the way. This is finally I'm done with the Turtles. Happy Together, the very best of the Turtles. We got 14 tracks on here. That's way than enough for me. It's got the ones I really want on here. Happy Together, She'd Rather Be With Me, Eleanor, It Ain't Me, Babe, and there's some other stuff here as well. But I think I'm covered. I'm covered with this too. These groups are The Seekers, Georgie Girl. Remember Georgie Girl? Well, that's the one that I know, but there's still in all 23 tracks. And I'm gonna be listening to this. That's the thing about CDs. CDs afford me the ability really to, like in the car or something, listen to the whole thing. So I'll see if I can discover any new songs that I didn't know before that I like, or maybe a track that I'd heard before but didn't know that this artist covered it. Maybe I didn't realize it was their song. Now sometimes when you're doing this, you come across different compilations. Now, I picked this up today. It has 20 tracks on it on Warner Special Products. This is the Ultimate Rascals, and I think this covers me for the Rascals. But I knew about a CD that I'd wanted, and I got this yesterday. This is not in this batch today. I got this yesterday. The Very Best of the Rascals on Rhino. So, I mean, this is a case where, as I'm saying, you got to try to figure out, which one sounds the best. This has 16 tracks. This has 20. We'll see. Okay, but these are so cheap. CDs right now are so affordable, so cheap. It's another thing I was realizing more than ever. It's like, I'm collecting vinyl, and some vinyl can be $25, $30 each. Some of them can be $40, $50, $100 if you really want to get a collectible, really collectible, like new minty copy of a vinyl record. How about this? I saw this and I was just blown away. Let Me Entertain You, and Margaret. Oh man, and it has that great song I Just Don't Understand on it that I love. And yeah, I could probably go crazy here showing these photos, but let's get moving here. Now, I know that some of my friends that come on with me when we do live streams are going to be very disappointed, but I'm getting rid of the Partridge Family vinyl that I have. And I finally got Come On Get Happy, the very best of the Partridge Family. if such a thing applies. Now, you know what gets me about this? There are 17 tracks on here, and 17 tracks I know for me are too many. However, there is a song on here by the Partridge Family. Well, I should say, a Partridge Family song I like that is not on here, is what I meant to say. 24 hours a day, girl. Something like that. 24 hours a day. I don't think that's on here. So while it has the handful of songs I like by them, that's one of them that's not on here. But yeah, I'm not going to go crazy with the Partridge Family. That's a good one. Okay, Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons Anthology from Rhino. This is a little bit of a box here. There are 2 discs on here. 28 tracks on the first one, 23 on the second. We're talking about Four Seasons as a group, and Frankie Valli on his own. I already have a really nice Four Seasons compilation. This is another one I've added, but these are so dang cheap. Why not? Why not check them out? See what sounds better. I'm thinking this one's going to be a little too much stereo separation for me in the early songs. We will find out. I have a really nice animals collection that goes along with later on with the animals in the later years. Anyway, but I picked this up anyhow, probably repeating myself, but they're so cheap. And great cover, Best of Eric Burdon and the Animals. In this particular case, it's from 1966 to 1968. It's got Don't Bring Me Down, Sky Pilot, and so on. And When I Was Young is on here. I think I got these all on the compilation that I picked up. Chubby Checker. Okay, here's my Chubby Checker. Done. One and done. It's got a handful of tracks I like by Chubby Checker. I'll try some more. This one I really don't think I needed, but it was cheap, and I thought it cool, and I'm going to check out some other songs by them. The Chi-Lites. They got a few songs I like, but do I need a whole CD with something like 20 tracks on here? Who knows? There might be some other hidden gems on here. Now, this one was kind of tough. When it comes to Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5, I like to get kind of a collection of all the stuff. Michael Jackson on his own, when he did stuff like Ben and Rockin' Robin and Got to Be There, stuff like that. And then you got the Jackson 5 with their hits. So this has 18 tracks on it. Not a very exciting cover. It says $7.99. I didn't pay that. I got a real good deal on all these, by the way. This is a crappy cover, but it is. That's better, that picture. And you got the Motown. So I may be covered with this. I mean, I still like Michael Jackson Off the Wall. I still like Michael Jackson Thriller, But those I may get them on their own, There were a lot of Roy Orbison compilations I came across, a lot. But I picked up the Essential Roy Orbison. That's the one that I decided to stick with. It was a 2-disc set, as you can see. It's got 21 tracks on one and 19 on the second disc. So, a lot of Roy. Great voice. Okay, I think I might be covered with Brenda Lee too. Brenda Lee, Queen of Rock and Roll. You can see it's cracked. Sometimes you get a cracked case, but the beautiful thing that I like about CDs is that you just replace a jewel case. Just get a new blank, put the artwork in it, brand new. But this one here, I'm wondering, 28 tracks, interesting to try out. Is Brenda Lee the Queen of Rock and Roll? There's some debates about that. Didn't know if I needed this or not, but what the hell. Again, when you're talking about low prices, the ultimate Petula Clark. I'm covered with Petula Clark for sure. Got myself 21 tracks in addition to the 3 or so that I know already. I might even have this disc already, but it was so cheap. It says mono recordings. This is greatest hits, quote. The Kinks. I've already got a Kinks compilation. I'm going to be keeping a bunch of early Kinks albums too. I'm going to be keeping the early Kinks albums. I'm also looking for a really good copy of Low Budget on Arista. I want that. All right, Wilson Pickett's greatest hits. That's a nice collection there. 24 tracks. Wilson Pickett, covered. Del Shannon greatest hits. You know, I got some really nice original late 50s, early 60s Del Shannon albums. Guess what? They're up for grabs, the vinyl, because I've got 20 tracks here, which is all I need from Del. Bobby Darin. Bobby Darin, the hit singles collection. The only thing about that is I despise Mac the Knife. Can't stand Mac the Knife. One of the most overrated classics of all time. But other stuff like Splish Splash and Dream Lover, Beyond the Sea, and so forth. Yeah, I think I'm good to go with Bobby. Don't know if this is the best collection of this artist, but I'm going to try it out. The Very Best of Gilbert O'Sullivan. All right, there's probably some better compilations out there, and that's the thing. You know, let me know. You know, if you say, "Oh no," I want to know. People, let me know what's the best sound quality. If you say, "Well, you know, Joe, that's a good collection you got there," but I know of one that's even better, has more songs on it, better quality by far, sound-wise. Let me know. And here's a good example right here. And this artist, Chuck Berry. Everybody knows. I think there's a collection called The Great 28. 28 tracks by Chuck Berry. This one here has 30, unfortunately. That includes my ding-a-ling, which I can't stand. But anyway, on Chess, the cover is great. Look at that. So I picked this one up. Chuck Berry, the definitive collection. And yeah. I think Chuck is somebody that I could listen to just about anything that he did. Okay, maybe the same for this artist, but I think I'm kind of good with this. This is a Legendary Masters series, My Blue Heaven, the best of Fats Domino. Okay, I think that's good to go. I didn't show you all the CDs. Some of them are nice, the Imperial label there. And the last one I'm going to show in this batch, and I'm sure there's more to come in my future, Everly Brothers. What do I do for Everly Brothers? There's so much stuff. I've got like 15 Everly Brothers vinyl LPs. But this one here is the Everly Brothers Rhino Records, 20 tracks. It's Cadence. They're 20 greatest hits on the Cadence label. And I know there were they were on Warner and so forth. So there's more to go for the Everly Brothers. This is not the end of the line, but I think I really am satisfied with a lot of artists that I got there as far as how far I need to go. And that's what I like about CDs, all in one neat little compact little disc, small space, usually really nice sound quality. You can have everything by an artist that you want, just in miniature size. Thanks, folks. Take care.